Hello everybody, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about customer service. That's coming up. So hey, customer service, what is it and why is it important? Customer service in the general sense is something that's referred to when you have a problem with maybe a product. You buy something, you buy a screen, you buy a laptop, you buy something, and you have a problem and you need to contact somebody about this problem that you have. If it's an online product, you hit up the live chat and you try to speak to people. That's one aspect of customer service. That's after you've made the sale, or that's after, to maintain that relationship, to keep people happy once they're using the product. People in the service industry who are providing digital services, they're selling something that's not a physical product, customer service is just as important. And I'll tell you why. So when you're actually dealing with a client and they're explaining to you what needs to be done, and they give you a certain amount of time, and maybe you're a freelancer and you work from home, you're basically working off your laptop, just like I am, you have to maintain a level of professionalism, but you also have to maintain a sense of communication with the client. Let me go into that a little bit. So you have to communicate with your client often. You have to send them messages, send them regular updates. If they send you a message on Skype, don't ignore them. Even if you haven't finished the work, even if you're not completed, even if you're not going to hit the deadline, right? The client's given you 3 days to do something. Something's come up. Maybe you had an emergency. You got to do whatever you can to try to deliver on that promise that you've made. If you know that you're going to hit the deadline or not hit the deadline, make sure that you communicate that, right? The worst thing for a client on the client side is for you to be completely silent, and then when the deadline actually arrives, they're thinking in their mind that you're delivering on that because you haven't mentioned anything. But when you don't hit it, it's more disappointing for the client than if you had communicated that a day before or 2 days before. They'll appreciate your honesty and your upfront initiative. And this is the thing about working remotely, right? Your client, your customer, your boss is not in front of you, right? They're not sitting on the desk next to you where they can check on you and ask you quickly, hey, how's it going? They're on the other side of the world. You may be sitting in the Philippines, or maybe you're sitting in Europe, right? Wherever you're working, customer is on the other side of the world doing their thing, right? And they don't have a view of what you're doing. So communication is important. So when it comes to customer service, the client or the customer is gonna give you a problem, or they're gonna give you some sort of a thing that you need to work out or you need to overcome. Rather than saying, hey, I don't know how to do that, try to find a way around what the customer wants. Try to deliver on that specific thing that they're asking by solving that problem. In that way, you grow, so you learn something new, and also you satisfy the client by going a little bit beyond what they've asked in the initial scope of the work, and you're showing initiative. To me, that's like the most important piece, because when you show initiative, if you go that one level extra, you're gonna create that impression in the client's mind, or together with communication is availability, right? When I am talking to a client, or if it's an initial meeting that I've just met the client, they've just contacted me and said, hey, we want to work with you, or please tell us a little bit about how you work and what your function. One of the key points that I point out to them, because I work remotely, is I tell my clients that I'm available for them pretty much 20 hours a day. And the reason why I do that is because they need to know that if they send me a message, that I will respond to them as soon as I get that message, or within a couple of hours. Maybe it's something urgent that the client needs to get done. Maybe their website went down and you're the developer who's supporting this whole process, and you need to be available for them so that they know that they can rely on you. Also, it gives them that level of satisfaction that you're approachable and that you're contactable, and that you're really out there to help them in their business. Because in the service industry, your work and your job is to provide a support structure to that business owner, to that entrepreneur, to that startup company that has goals and ambitions, and you're part of that puzzle and part of that process. So you've got to make it open that you're there and willing to support that process, because it's through your success that they're successful. And so if you're doing your work and you're available to them and solving their problems, and you're communicating effectively as part of that whole business machine, you're an asset. And that's the goal. You've got to be honest. It comes down to being available. Be honest about your availability. If you're going to the movies on a Wednesday afternoon because you're a freelancer and you don't have much work, but the client sends you a message, be honest about the fact that you're taking a bit of time off and you'll be back soon. Just be honest, right? And in terms of communication, be honest about the fact that, hey, I'm not going to meet that deadline, more than if you were dishonored and saying, yeah, I'll be done, but then it takes you 2 days to actually send that email with that deliverable, or to actually upload the file that they asked you for, or whatever the case may be. So to summarize this video, a couple of things that are important from a customer service point of view: communication, solving problems, being available, and being honest. The 4 things. So maybe this title of the video should be. So with that, thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate your support. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment in the comments below if you have a question, or you want to know something, or you just have something you want to contribute to the video. And let me know, in your business or in your specific industry, what is your definition of customer service, and how do you actually deal with clients from that point of view? Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Listen.